What's up, everyone? I'm your host of Nerd Notified, Damon Cooper, and we're talking about Deadpool today. So, I want to keep this one kind of short and sweet because I don't have a ton of time. And this is honestly my first video review. I was going to do a Star Wars review, but that got a little messed up in editing. Some of my files got corrupted, so we're not going to talk about that. But I saw Deadpool last night, and man, was it incredible. Okay. Like, everything about this movie was fantastic. I mean, if you're a comic book fan, if you just like crazy comedy, granted it's a bit vulgar at times, but if you just like comedy, if you just like balls to wall, action, I mean, this movie had everything for you. There's even a very intense romance plot, like masked by the allure and facade of Deadpool. Okay, I mean this was fantastic. So just a quick rundown, right? So Deadpool is a story about a mercenary who gets diagnosed with cancer, right? That's Ryan Reynolds' character, and in this, he gets brought into this program, which the movie actually doesn't specify what program it is. So I'm going to talk about that maybe at a later time, maybe just as sequel discussion or something like that. But the movie doesn't really say who the organization is, at least not explicitly. And they tell him they can cure him of his cancer, right? And he goes on through this. He takes them up on their offer. Lo and behold, things go down. He becomes Deadpool. And it's just a nonstop ride of fun, action, just hilarity. I mean, I really cannot think of anything that I dislike about this movie. I did see one review actually from Angry Joe, from the Angry Joe show. And I do agree with this a little bit. If anything, I'll agree with this. You don't really feel anything for the villains at all. You get Angel and Ajax. Those are your main baddies that you're dealing with in this movie, right? But you don't know anything about them at all. Really, Angel gets underused, I think. Like, her fight scenes are great that she gets, in the film. But as a character, you don't know anything about her. And Ajax, you just get that he's a British snob. Yay. And you know what? Something that caught me off guard with this, from the opening credits, this is going to be something a little different, right? Even the way they're just rolling into, like, they don't just say Ryan Reynolds or directed by Tim Miller. Like, they don't say that. And it's apparent from the very beginning, just right from the get-go, that this is something very special, very unique, right? I mean, it took them years to get this movie made, and when they did, they made sure it was made for the fans. So I mean this with the utmost sincerity. If you are a Deadpool fan, I mean a long time Deadpool fan, you are going to love this movie. If you're new to Deadpool and you just kind of jumped in, from the bandwagon, so to speak, you're going to love this film. Period. There's nothing wrong with this movie that, like, it's really nothing wrong. I do want to say this. It is an R-rated film, right? You do not want to bring kids to this movie. This is not a movie for kids at all. Anybody under the age of, anybody under the age of probably 15, 14-ish, because they're right there at that threshold, right? You're going to see some F-bombs. You're going to see some floppy, you know what I'm saying? Some floppy things flying around. You're going to see a lot of boobies. There's just a lot of stuff everywhere, right? The gore is crazy. I mean, there are limbs flying off. There are people getting in half. You know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. But nothing about it really brought me down. I mean, I had a blast watching this. The end credit scene is hilarious. I mean, it for those who are a fan of the film, or a fan of Deadpool and Marvel comics, you'll kind of know where they're going with it. But so if it's accurate, man, I really can't think of anything nuts. Fox stayed the F out the way and let a movie get made that should have been made the way it was intended to begin with. So kudos to Fox. Kudos to the guys, the writing team. Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller's tenacity in getting this really set in motion. Thank you to whoever leaked the Deadpool footage years back that got this ball rolling, because without it, we wouldn't have this amazing movie that we got, okay? I mean, 100%, I am absolutely recommending you go see this movie in theaters if you can, and see it a couple times in theaters to get them all the funding and all the actual things they need to be able to green light and keep going forward, right? I mean, we already know they're doing well. It's making good money, but support the crew, support the team, okay? Go see this movie. I mean, seriously, I know I'm definitely going to buy the DVD. I know I'm definitely going to buy it digital. Like, there's nothing that I can think of that I hated. His outfit is fantastic. I mean, we've noticed it and seen all the marketing, for a while already. But man, when you see his outfit, it just in motion and on screen and really going through the motions of everything, it's fantastic. It looks great. I mean, it looks like Deadpool just came off a comic book, stepped in front of a screen, and there's not even really that much of a modern or militaristic feel to it. It just feels like Deadpool. It really does. I mean, it was just wonderful to see. Wonderful. The action scenes are great. There's only really two big set pieces that I would say are geared towards the action, right? One of them is kind of drawn out a bit. It's kind of what we've seen from some of the test footage and the big trailers. The other is at the end, and it's pretty massive. It is a massive kind of scene. There's a lot going on in it, especially towards the end of it. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty intimate story of Deadpool. I mean, you are focused around Deadpool a lot. You get some scenes with him and T.J. Miller. His friend is Weasel, right? You get some from his love interest, Vanessa. But man, it's awesome. Pacing through the roof. Comedy, no way to come down from that. And just it's great. As you could tell, I'm pretty happy about it. I don't want to geek out and nerd out too much because I don't want you to miss anything by me spoiling it. So I don't want to ruin anything from this film besides just go see it, okay? 100%. My rating, probably a 9.5 out of 10. I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10, but I want to knock it down just because of the villains not being that strong. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's all I can think of. Again, just quick disclaimer for those who don't understand, this is a heavily R-rated film that might bring some people down, but I think the way they handled it was great. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So really, I think I'm going to end it on that. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I may do some type of sequel, discussion video, or maybe a spoiler video. I don't know if I really want to do that yet, so we'll see how that goes. But again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And that was another nerdy review. All right. So you all have a lovely day. I'm going to go play some Smite. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching.